to one issue that is making global news, and that has to do with Turkey. Let's move to the international front. And a coup attempt over the weekend in Turkey has raised concerns over stability in the European Union. Although the Turkish president has denounced the coup attempt as an act of treason, the fact the group which launched the attack claimed they did so, I quote, is that to ensure and restore constitutional order, democracy, human rights, freedom, unquote. And I do have on the phone line this afternoon Dr. Vladimir Nchudanzo. He's an international relations expert. Good afternoon, Doc, and thanks for agreeing to speak with us.
Good afternoon.
Now, Doc, let's go straight to the point. And these persons who perpetrated such acts are saying that they did so to restore constitutional order, democracy, human rights, and freedom. What do you make of this coup in the first place, the attempt?
Well, the coup didn't come to me as a surprise. I've been following Turkey in the past few years, and those of you who have been following me have been writing some scathing articles against the president. Again, because everybody knows where he's taking Turkey. He's been very repressive, trying to concentrate power in his own hands. I mean, changing a lot of things, repressing the press and the media, and exacerbating the situation, the security situation, especially in the southeast, by supporting parts of the groups that are fighting against the Syrian government, and at the same time repressing his own PKK, even though the PKK is also trying to fight against the ISIL. So if you look at the situation, he's trying to confuse the whole situation in Turkey. And I think that may have caused the disaffection, and there's already a disaffection. In fact, he's been warned a number of times by NATO and by the EU. And he was becoming even more repressive. His eccentric nature and his unpredictable nature, the way he downed the Russian plane and things like that. So it's like, I think the president brought this kind of disaffection and the coup onto the people of Turkey himself. I wasn't surprised, I must confess.
But he still has the support of some of the people in there.
No, the point is that the coup has failed just because the coup didn't have the popular support. One, it was made by younger officers. The generals did not support the coup seriously. And then the international community will not also accept such a thing. And that is why it didn't succeed. But mainly three groups, the Air Force and the military police, plus other smaller elements, tried to stage the coup. It was not very much professional. It didn't have the command and control kind of thing. And that's why it failed. But that they were able to block the Bosphorus Bridge and several other key areas before the loyal troops came in, showed that it is instructive of this, the extent to which Turkey has degenerated into this kind of chaos.
Now, talking about degeneration and implications, looking at the broader context, especially with Turkey's desire to join the EU, the Fed applied in 1987. Could this change anything at all?
The point is that it jeopardizes the chances, because EU has not been very happy about Turkey. Because since at attack, I mean, the secular nature of Turkey has been established, but it's been dangling. At times, they want to portray themselves as a Muslim country and things like that. And particularly Erdogan, the wife. You know, it's like the AKP is trying to show that there must be some kind of secularism, yes, but that hardline Islamic kind of philosophy must also prevail. And that's a little dicey. You know, it makes Europe a little worried. One, two. But the main point is that NATO has bases over there. The US has bases over there, which are bases that help them to tackle both the Middle East and the Far East. And so that is why Turkey is hanging in there. Other than that, credentials Turkey has at the moment would not allow Turkey to be accepted into the EU.
And still following up on the EU, looking at Brexit, could this also be possibly blamed for the volatility in Turkey and other countries within the European Union? And they could be agitating for some form of control.
Well, I wouldn't say it has, the Brexit has any direct or even indirect influence on the situation in Turkey today. However, if you look at the statement issued by Boris Johnson, then you would realize that, I mean, Europe is alarmed. And Johnson himself is particularly alarmed because it now becomes a problem trying to realign Britain, with the EU first, and with Turkey. So that is where the problem lies. But that the Brexit influenced what is happening in Turkey, I wouldn't believe that. But directly to your question, yes, the Brexit could trigger some kind of Brexit-like situations in Europe, particularly and Britain itself. It looks as though the situation has not died now. Who knows what Scotland would do? Who knows what Wales would do? Let's see what happens.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Dr. Vladimir
You are very welcome.
So for your time.